Good morning, students. Welcome back to our science class. I hope you all remember that there are 7 steps in agricultural practices, out of which 2 steps, that is, preparation of soil and sowing of seeds, I have already explained to you all in detail. Today, we'll be learning the third and the fourth step of agricultural practices, that is, addition of manure and fertilizers and irrigation. Let us start with addition of manure and fertilizers. What are manure and fertilizers? The substances which are added to the soil in the form of nutrients for the healthy growth of plants are called manure or fertilizers. The purpose may be same but both are different from each other. Now, let us start with the explanation. Soil supplies mineral nutrients to the crop. These nutrients are essential for the growth of the plants. Continuous growing of crops makes the soil poorer in certain nutrients. Therefore, farmers have to add manure to the fields to replenish the soil with nutrients. This process is called manuring. Improper or insufficient manuring results in weak plants. Manure is an organic substance obtained from the decomposition of plant or animal waste. Farmers dump plant and animal waste in pits at open places and allow it to decompose. The decomposition is caused by some microorganisms. The decomposed matter is used as organic manure. Here is one home activity for all of you. For this activity, take some gram seed or any other seed and germinate. Plant them separately in empty glasses after labeling A, B, and C. In A, add natural manure. In B, add urea. And in C, nothing. Observe the growth of the plants. We see that plants with manure and fertilizer in A and B grow well as compared to C. Try this activity at home and observe for yourself. Now let us see what are fertilizers. Fertilizers are chemical substances which are rich in particular nutrients. Fertilizers are produced in factories. Some examples of fertilizers are urea, ammonium sulfate, superphosphate, potash, NPK, where N stands for nitrogen, P for phosphorus, and K for potassium. Fertilizers are good for growing crops, but they have some disadvantages too, such as excessive use of fertilizers has made the soil less fertile. Fertilizers have also become a source of water pollution. Therefore, overuse should be avoided and alternative should be planned. Instead of fertilizers, organic manure should be used. Next, let us see what is meant by crop rotation. It is a method of replenishing the soil with nutrients. It can be done by growing different crops alternately. For example, legumes can be grown in one season and wheat in next for nitrogen supplement. As we already know about symbiotic rhizobium bacteria, which fixes the atmospheric nitrogen. Now, let us learn about some of the advantages of manure. The organic manure is considered better than fertilizer. This is because it enhances the water holding capacity of the soil. It makes the soil porous due to which exchange of gases become easy. It increases the number of friendly microbes and it improves the texture of the soil. Finally, let us try to differentiate between fertilizers and manure. A fertilizer is an inorganic salt, whereas manure is a natural substance obtained by the decomposition of cattle dung, human waste, and plant residues. A fertilizer is prepared in factories, whereas manure can be prepared in the fields. A fertilizer does not provide any humus to the soil, whereas manure provides a lot of humus to the soil. Fertilizers are very rich in plant nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, whereas manure is relatively less rich in plant nutrients. Now, our next topic is irrigation. It is the fourth step in agricultural practices. What is meant by irrigation? Irrigation is artificial application of water to the soil for assisting the growth of crops. Sources of irrigation. The sources of irrigation includes wells, rivers, lakes, reservoirs, tube wells, ponds, canals, dams, etc. Water is needed for proper growth and development of plants. It helps to absorb mineral and nutrients. Methods of irrigation. There are two methods of irrigation. One is the traditional method, another one is the modern method. Now, let us see the traditional method of irrigation, which includes moat, pulley system, chain pump, dhipli, rahat, lever system, canal irrigation, furrow irrigation, etc. Cattle or human labor is used in these methods, so these methods are cheaper but less efficient. Pumps are commonly used for lifting water. Diesel, biogas, electricity, and solar energy is used to run these pumps. Next, now let us learn about modern method of irrigation, which includes sprinkler system and drip irrigation. Let us learn about sprinkler system. This system is more useful on the uneven land where sufficient water is not available. The perpendicular pipes, having rotating nozzles on the top, are joined to the main pipeline at regular intervals. When water is allowed to flow through the main pipe under pressure with the help of a pump, it escapes from the rotating nozzles. It gets sprinkled on crop as if it is raining. Sprinkler is very useful for sandy crop. Now next comes drip system. In this system, the water falls drop by drop just at the position of the roots. So, it is called drip system. It is the best technique for watering fruit plants, gardens and trees. The system provides water to plants drop by drop. Water is not wasted at all. It is boon in regions where availability of water is poor. I hope you all understood. Thank you.